So I'm the co-founder of Grit, and we're putting software maintenance on autopilot. This came from my experience at Google Cloud, where I spent 5 years basically helping enterprises try to move into the cloud. And a huge problem we would constantly encounter is that our sales team, which was awesome, would go out and sell $100 million, $200 million commit, where they're gonna move like JP Morgan into the cloud. And it's awesome, everyone's really excited. And then we go to try to do it, and it turns out the application literally can't run in the cloud. Like literally it's dependent upon talking to a mainframe, and we're using Python 2.1, and all of our work happens on the implementation side. And this is all totally manual today. But with Grit, we actually want to automate all of technical debt. I don't think any developer got into coding because they want to do maintenance. I certainly didn't. But it's like a third of everything that developers do, and we're building AI to actually automate that full process. How we actually do that is by making migrations predictable. And instead of being this error-prone process where you're just going through a code base, trying to understand the implementation, trying to understand the architecture, doing this all in this very error-prone, non-repeatable way, we actually developed a query language that's able to look at a code base, understand it on a syntactical level, and then transform it using language models. This is just a preview of a basic Grit QL query that's able to look through a code base, find every time using an any type in TypeScript, and convert that into a real type. But we've got much more complex examples. The funnest one that we've done is actually going from an old knockout JS application all the way to modern JavaScript or TypeScript and React completely automatically. And we can actually put this migrations completely on autopilot, right? So once we have the query that is able to encode a migration, we'll take that, run it across an entire code base, put this into, you can see sort of the agent working in the background here, able to do that migration, start to file PRs, developers are reviewing it, and you do that entire process with basically zero engineering effort and massively save the time that would be spent on this. We pushed this to production. We just launched this a year ago, but already have paying customers like Replit, Gusto, Fair that have done huge migrations that they themselves were planning literally quarters of effort onto. Like they had this on their roadmap. We came in, showed them Grit, got it working, and got it done in a few days, right? So we're able to take these massive timelines, compress them way down. It's a super technical product, but we think we can actually build a full AI developer. Our approach is very different than other companies that you might have seen. Of course, I think everyone's probably seen Copilot, but these tools are all horizontal, right? They're focused on saying code generation. They're trying to do one part of the problem. We're trying to build a vertically integrated AI developer that you don't even touch your IDE, right? You just say, go do this thing, and it's able to go do the code generation, of course, do the code transformation, but also run your tests, do review, correspond over GitHub pull requests, actually even send Slack messages, right? If Grit gets confused, it actually sends me a Slack to get clarification, and do that fully integrated. We're starting with migrations today as a use case that's very painful. Nobody wants to do it, and something that is actually tractably automatable. We already have done it in production, but over time, we think we can build more and more of these use cases where we'll be able to fully automate AI software development. We're a team of 6 engineers working in person in New York. We're hiring for more engineers, particularly anyone who's interested in compilers and programming languages. We have our own compiler language, or we have our own programming language, Grit QL, that you can work on, as well as parsing other languages. Of course, we've got lots of ML, so ML engineering, and we're planning to make our first business hire as well. So come talk to me. I'll be by the phone booths over there.
Wonderful. Thank you, Morgante.